It's week 8 of the...
Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in week 8. Brown with a return here. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game you had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the one interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win. There's certainly some momentum to build on today.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. Pass brought in by Treylon Burks. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get 6 and a first down as well. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he drives it up past the 45. Now following the play, pretty quick stoppage. This is going to be for an injury. And, oh boy. Sam Laporta, the one in some pain, he's being checked on. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 48. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. From the gun, Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And this one doesn't go far. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing again, it's Goff. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year signal caller.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Motioning one of the tight ends. 2nd and 8. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Intended for George Kittle.
Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 4th and long. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And he'll signal the fair catch. Brings this one in comfortably right at the midfield stripe. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And he's continuing a great start to the season. You can see currently pacing the NFL in rushing yards. On first down, it's Gibbs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. He's got it inside the 10. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions go up 6-0 here in the first. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Second drive coming up for this 49ers offensive unit. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. First and 10, they're going to throw. Reeled in by George Kittle. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. Offense to the line for second down. From the 31. This is pulled in by Mecole Hardman. They get 22 on that one. And that's a 49er first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. And now they face second down. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Tackled by Jack Campbell. And the Lions sinking pass here. Dime package, third down coming up. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's caught for the first. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. Pass play coming here. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. They get an even 10 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. Working inside the red zone. Brought in by Ayuk. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the Lions' 11.
A tight end in motion now. On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Extra point attempt coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers tie this game 7-7. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Starting from the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Another one for Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're staring at a 4th down. The Lions readying for the punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Begins his return at the 16. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the 49ers will go on offense. Back to throw on 1st and 10. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Another try following the sack. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Now he'll heave this one deep. They connect on the deep shot. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That goes for 36 yards. And that's a 49er 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They've got 2nd and 5. Still sticking with the passing game. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, McCaffrey. And they'll stop him, but not until he has a nice little gain down to the 32. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Running back sent in motion. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They kick the running back in motion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Ooh, incomplete there on 2nd down, but boy, a risky throw on a check down of all things. Nearly picked off and headed the other way. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Pass play now. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And he recovers his own mistake. He can keep going here.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
On comes the field goal unit to try this one for the 49ers. This 32 yards out on the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. There was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense headed out now for Detroit. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he works his way for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 29. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down. Now gone. Catch is made down the right sideline. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Plowing up the middle. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Goff. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Lions the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Off play action, Goff. That one's complete, right side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Gibbs now from the gun. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. Again, it's Gibbs. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 2nd quarter lead. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal, and I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a 1st down pass play can, and certainly was effective.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions take a 4-point lead. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the 49ers on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it'll be 2nd down. They'll try it right with McCaffrey. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. Back to throw now. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. They're set up at the 35 now. To the air now on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The 49ers in possession. Play action on 1st down. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But it looks like the 49ers were the first to it, and they make the recovery. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Throw on third down. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That throw finds Kittle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a 49er first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
From the 18 on second down. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That's halftime here in this Halloween contest as we send things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Tua Tagovailoa, a very good performance as his guys run the record now to 5-2. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they were winners in that ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Commanders. Jordan Mason, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou to check on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. The Saints finish off an up and down first half on an up note as they even their mark at 4-4 with a victory. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Samuel now to return it. Returns looking good so far. And the work's already half done thanks to that return. They're taking over at midfield. The 49ers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up second down. Throwing now from the gun. Brought in right side. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. So now here's 3rd and 5. They're throwing it. Completed here to McCaffrey. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
At their own 14-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play.
In plays, it was not about a safety to begin this second half, and that's what we nearly saw. Not the kind of start this offense wanted. It's got to overcome a bit of adversity.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Throwing from near his own goal line. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Picked up at the 38. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. Pass play on 1st and 10. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
He's got it over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Dropping back to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. And they had that one contained right at the line. Tackled by Jack Campbell. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
2nd and 10. At the 42-yard line.
They'll try and throw it here. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down from the red zone. Kittle brings it in. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
McCaffrey will take it in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take a 3rd quarter lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
They want to run it across, and he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead. So they stick with the hot hand partner, and he ends up adding 2 more on top of that touchdown.
I'd say 8 points is a pretty solid try's work for him.
Right.
And as long as he's producing, seeing the gaps, getting the pads down, getting those tough yards, feed that man the ball, he won't be denied.
The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Brown with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They motion the slot man right. Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Arnold Ebiketie makes it there for the stop. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun. Goff. And the 49ers get there and take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Running back sent in motion. Goff now, 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Cut out left. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a 49er 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. To throw here on 1st down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. McCaffrey. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
McCaffrey trying to punch it in. And he's in for the touchdown. The 49ers take a 13-point lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers double their lead to 14. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. This return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion, headed right. Off play action, Goff. Trying for the deep ball. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, Goff. into the hands of Gibbs. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they take him down right along the 30. A gain of 27 yards there. And that gives the Lions the first. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. He's got room to roam here. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal. Working inside the red zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions shrinking the lead some in the third. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw. Just the right touch. And you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The 49ers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Throwing from the gun here. Throwing the out route complete. And he reaches the 35 before going out. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. All in left side. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's 49ers football, and we'll see if they can close things out for a win. New set of downs for him from the 46. To the air now on 1st and 10. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Here's 2nd and 2. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ball start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. They kick the running back in motion. They are throwing it again. That finds Ayuk complete. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
at the 36-yard line.
Throwing it again here. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's brought down for a loss.
A 2-yard loss.
I got to be honest with you, Kate. That's an occasion where a drop would have been a whole lot better than a completion. Couldn't find the way back to the line, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Coming right is Gibbs. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. From the gun, Goff. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. There's an injury out there after the play, and that's Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's being looked at by the medical staff. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And he can't hang on to it in the end zone. Not an interception, only an incompletion. So they get it back. 2nd down coming up. They give to Gibbs on the option. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Fourth down, and we're going to see just how clutch he is on this kick. This is a 44-yard look from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. They send the tight end in motion. Airing it out to start this drive. That throw finds Kittle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
8 yards to go.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And he's just going to fair catch this one. That's brought in at the 39-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Lions will go on offense. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On first down, it's Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 44 here on second down. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Goff on first and 10. Into the hands of Pitts. And they make the tackle at the 38. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. On first down, it's Gibbs. And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have second and 2 next. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here first and goal. From the red zone now. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. They'll try again from the 4. It's second and goal. Gibbs has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive.
And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the defense comes through. Fourth down, that much tougher. Now to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. He can't find the end zone. They stop him, and they'll still trail as they turn it over on downs. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Second down now, 7 to go. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On the counter, McCaffrey. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here he is to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their third. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the 49ers earn the win in this one. And this is exactly how they wanted to go into that bye week, partner, with a victory and some positives to build on in that nice extra time off. So for my partner, Brock Huard, and our entire Niners, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.